Hello and happy Flip It Friday. Welcome to another edition of Flip It Friday, where we take the lyrics of songs and flip them upside down and take a look at them from some different perspectives. My name is Beth Myers, for those of you that don't know me, and I am the owner of Arrival Coaching. I am a Law of Attraction mentor, speaker, and empowerment coach. And as Facebook is building a live audience, just want to let you know, I see Kathy that's on. Thank you so much for being here. Rachel, I see that you're able to join in today. So glad that you're able to be here as well. And we're going to continue to flip the lyrics upside down of a song today by Rascal Flatt. The song is called Stand. And the empowerment word for this week that we're going to focus on is the word strength. So it's kind of like strength to stand. I really kind of like the way those two, the words of the title of the song and the word strength kind of melded together there. So if you have not been on Flip It Friday before, please feel free to join in on the conversation, whether you are live or whether you are watching the replay, to share your comments, questions, your takeaway, your favorite lyric of the song. If you would like to receive the lyrics in your inbox each Wednesday, you can sign up for Musical Musings. Have Wonder Woman, one of my favorite goddesses, on the newsletter for this week that comes out, that will give you the lyrics for the song and my takeaways from the lyrics of the song, and the post from Music Monday, which I put on Facebook as well. So Friday is just the day to flip it upside down, flip the lyrics, and take the conversation to a little deeper level. So we are going to go ahead and get started. I like to keep these at 20 minutes on Fridays, just to be able to start your day, end your day, or interrupt your day with just some inspiration and different perspectives. So hello, Kim. I see that you have joined in as well under my account. And Connie, so glad that you are joining us today as well. So the word for this week is strength. And what an important word to really tap into, that inner strength, that inner wisdom that we have within ourselves to help us deal with what may come our way in life. And my favorite line in the lyrics of this song called Stand is, every time you get up, you get back in the race, one more small piece of you starts to fall into place. And that is just so evident in a book that I'm just listening to. It's called, let's see, what is the title of that? Not song. The Upside of Your Dark Side. And I really like that because it talks about kind of those pieces that we, have all these little pieces that occur within our life. And it's really starting to bring those pieces into wholeness. And that's really where going deep within ourselves and drawing upon our strength is so important, with being able to move on and move into more wholeness within our life. So being able to keep that hope and that faith that not everything is terrible, horrible, no good, very bad when we're feeling most broken. Let me see what some of you are saying here on the comments. Kathy said, the thing that also goes along with being your own playwright. And that's very true. It's being able to dive deeper into your own life. The other lyrics I like in this song too is, life's like a novel with the end ripped out. Because you are the playwright of your own life. You get to write your story. You get to choose how that story ends at different destinations and points that you arrive at in your life. So it's being able to, you determining how you want that to be. And we're going to do a process today that's going to help you be able to shift some of those moments that seem like brokenness, and how to rise from that with strength. Let's see, I see Connie joined, and so let's keep moving on. If you have a lyric a line of the song that you would like to share, please feel free to type that in. One of the things that we want to remember is that what we choose to do with the thoughts that we have, our thoughts come into our head, and they are also, creating words in our head and kind of a story that we decide whether or not we're going to follow that story, whether we're going to believe that story. And that then emits those vibrations, that energy out around us of where we are emotionally. This month with Arrival Coaching is for the Thrive movement is really focusing on thriving with your emotions. And in order to do that, we really have to acknowledge that there is that duality. There is that light side, those high vibrating feelings that we're going to experience, and then there's that dark side. There's the emotions that are really challenging and uncomfortable to deal with. And it's how to bring all of that together to move up that, as Abraham Hicks says, the emotional guidance system, or scale, to be able to move to that higher vibrating emotion. And so today we're going to play with that and kind of see how we can go about doing that in our everyday life. Because then what you do with those vibrations is you then create results from the energy that you're putting out there. And if it tends to be negative energy, because it's based in those lower vibrating emotions, you're going to get more of the same. That's the law of attraction. So it's really important to remember that being able to put your focus where you want it to be, if you want to move more to that wholeness, taking those emotions in a place that doesn't feel very comfortable, being able to move that to that better feeling thought, that better feeling emotion, you have the power to do that. So let's play with that a little bit today. The first thing that you want to be able to do is acknowledge what you're feeling. Just being able to say, hey, this is where I am right now. I'm feeling really disappointed. I'm feeling really frustrated. I'm feeling really angry. It's okay to feel those feelings, those emotions. So then we want to ask ourselves a very powerful question. There are 3 very powerful questions that I learned through my training in the QSCA that really shifted a lot of things for me and helped me shift things for other people that I work with. So the first thing is, what do I want? Asking yourself that question, what do I want? And through that contrast of knowing what it is we don't want, there's a process that you can do where you fold a piece of paper in half, and on the one side it lists all the things that you don't want in your life, the things that you don't you find are really uncomfortable. And then on the other side, writing the things that you really do want in your life. That's the clarity. It's getting really clear for yourself so that you can put that energy out into the universe of what it is that you really do desire. So once you have an opportunity to do that, you're really clear on what it is that you really do want. So the second step is to ask what is, you want to know what your why is, okay? And the question that you want to ask is, why do I want this? This was a really powerful step and powerful question that I started asking my students when I worked as an elementary school counselor. I started asking them what it was that they wanted and why did they want it. Because once we started focusing on what it was that they really desired, we cut out a lot of what I used to do with getting them to tell me the big long story and the drama that was occurring, where we would get kind of lost in the story, as opposed to what do they want their story to be? What is it that they're really looking for? What is it I want? Why do I want it? Well, I want it because I want to get along with that person. Or I want it because I don't like being treated in a way that I don't feel valued. Being able to understand why it is, why you want what you want. That's really, really important. And you can keep asking yourself that question. Why do I want it? because you might not just have one answer. You may have several answers that answer that why. So really coming up with what is your why for what you want. The next thing is the feeling aspect. How do you want to feel? And, you know, most people, the students that I worked with, and I would say, well, how do you want to feel? They're like, well, I just want to feel happy. I want people to like me. I want the person to, you know that they hurt my feelings and I didn't really like that. And so being able to drill down and acknowledge what you're feeling and how you want to feel. Okay, you've already identified how you felt to begin with, because you know, I don't want to be here. This is what I want. This is the clarity. So it's being able to ask yourself that question then, how do I want to feel? If you're not liking feeling angry, well, how do you want to feel? You want to feel more empowered. Maybe you want to feel more joyful. Maybe you want to feel more ease with your relationships with other people. And being able to imagine and feel what that feels like, that's the really powerful, supercharged part that we miss out on a lot, where we try to connect with what we want in the future. So those are some very powerful questions that you can ask yourself to help build that on that strength and bring some of those pieces that we have from experiences that are uncomfortable and bring some of that more to wholeness, putting it all together with the answers to those questions. And they don't come from this person over here or that person over there, or putting it out on Facebook to do a poll of what people think you should do. It comes from within you. So, I see a couple people have come on. Jessica, I am so glad that you and my mom can join today. It's awesome to have you here. And I want to thank my mom. Mother's Day is coming up on Sunday. And Mom, I love you so much. And I want to thank you for help me to be aware of how important it was to start to acknowledge my own feelings as you were learning how to do that as a mom. And as a wife, and reaching out and asking for help from other people, and getting to know healers and people that can assist in healing, like Louise Hay in You Can Heal Your Life. That was one of the first books I remember that was really powerful with your journey with your MS. So, Mom, I love you very much. Thank you. So, we've got 3 questions that you can ask yourself. And one of the things that I just want you to know is that you do have the power and the strength, and just going within is where it's at. It's not outside of you, it's within you. And sometimes we need help with being able to find ways to assist ourselves. And that's one of the other things my mom modeled for me growing up was, if you can't solve the problem yourself, ask for help. And that is one of the biggest gifts my mom has given me, is to know when to ask for help and to reach out. So thank you again, Mom. So if I can be of assistance in helping you to ask some of those questions, to hold that mirror up, to help you look within. Sometimes we just need that, and that's what a life coach helps people to do, is holding that mirror up, helping you find the answers within. Not my job, not a life coach's job, to give you advice, to tell you what you should be doing. It's really assisting you to ask those questions of yourself and go within. And you see my cat Ganop, she's coming down the steps. And the other thing that if you are a mother and a daughter, and would like to join my private Facebook group for mothers and daughters to help encourage and inspire empowerment in the relationship as well as for yourself, please reach out to me on Facebook to ask to join Real Girls Connected. And at the bottom of my page, Facebook page, Arrival Coaching. On my website, Arrival Coaching, www.arrivalcoaching.com, you are welcome to click the free 50-minute empowerment session button to sign up for a session to go a little bit deeper within yourself. And we'll do a process similar to the process that we just talked a little bit about today regarding something that you desire to gain strength around and become more empowered to be that playwright, to write your own ending to that story. You know, life is a novel with the end ripped out. And again, you get to be that playwright. You get to be the one that decides how you choose to show up and heal some of that brokenness that may have happened, or those pieces out there for you, into that wholeness. So I see Jessica is saying hi to my sister, and thanks again so much for all of you being here today. And I look forward to being with you. Actually, next week is going to be a pre-recorded Flip It Friday. So tune in again at noon Eastern Time for Flip It Friday next week. We will be on a cruise celebrating my mother-in-law's 80th birthday. And so we will have a pre-recorded Flip It Friday on the letter T. And you'll find out on Monday what the word is and the song that's connected with that. And then we'll be back live the following week for you. So, Lynn, so glad that you were able to join us. And check out next Thursday, I have an interview with Lynn on the Thrive movement. And Lynn and I are talking about thriving with your emotions. And you will get to meet Lynn and hear more about how she helps others do that in her life coaching and counseling business. So as we finish up for today, be true, be you on your journey to thrive, not just survive, and know that you are the playwright in your own life. So for today, have a fabulous rest of your Friday and wonderful weekend, and happy Mother's Day to all you mothers and people who mother others. Just thank you for all that you do. Love you all.